A Table for Two and Three Chairs by Geoffrey and Rosemary Bellman. Here we are, mate.
Ah, thanks. That's fine. Take 8 bob, will you?
Right.
Don't forget your briefcase.
Oh, yes. Thanks. Well, this is the place. Down steps here.
No.
It's a sort of cellar, really. Better find a quiet table somewhere. Over there.
Well,
There's a table for 2 in that corner in the alcove. We can keep an eye on the door from there.
all right.
Look, you go and sit down. I'll get a bottle of something. I shan't be a moment.
Fine.
Good evening, sir. What do you like?
Good evening, Dino. I want something a bit special tonight.
You'd like to see the list?
Thank you. Perhaps a hock.
Oh, yes, sir.
Have you got a bottle of your number 42 on ice?
42, no, it's finished. No 42. We have this one, number 39. Very good. Not too dry. Very nice wine.
All right, if you say so, let's have a bottle.
Thank you, sir. 2 glasses?
No, 3. We're expecting someone.
4, 6, 8, 10. And 10 is 2. Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Oh, Dino, by the way, there may be a phone call for a Miss Caroline Onslow Gordon.
The lady with you?
Yes.
Miss...
Onslow Gordon.
Okay, sir.
All set. I got us some hock. Supposed to be a good one. We better grab another chair.
What time do you expect your Mr. Packer?
You should be here any moment. You're all right for half an hour or so, aren't you?
Yes, I suppose so. I shall know more after James is phoned.
Yes, I told the barman you were expecting a call.
Oh, good.
It's only 6:15 now.
20 past, actually.
You don't know this place, do you? You haven't been here before?
Matter of fact, I have. Once. James and I usually go to the Stirrup Cup.
Where's that?
Brompton Road. It's rather swinging, actually.
Well, we might as well have a drink anyway.
Thanks.
That's not bad. What do you think?
Hock's not really my thing. James and I always drink claret. His uncle owns a place near Bordeaux.
Yes, well, I hope Mr. Packer likes it. That's the main thing.
I shouldn't worry. I expect he will.
If I pull off this deal... You know, we've never sold to America before. It's hell to break into that market. But this time there's a sporting chance. Packer really seems hooked. I mean, he's been round to the office 3 times looking at everything. He must be interested, don't you think?
I suppose so. I only hope he won't be long.
Look, I didn't know this was coming up tonight. I don't want to keep it, but Packer asked particularly if I could bring a secretary. That's why I think he means business. He might even sign a contract here tonight. Anyway, I've got it with me. I tell you what, if you like, you can call it overtime.
Actually, I think that would be fair, don't you?
I suppose so, yes. That could be him now. I say, there he is. He's seen us.
Oh, hello there. Oh, now have I gone and kept you 2 young people waiting?
No, of course not. Sit down, Mr. Packer.
Thank you.
Mr. Packer, I don't think you've met my secretary, Miss Caroline Onslow Gordon.
Oh, hello, Miss Gordon. Been looking forward to meeting you.
How do you do?
Well, I'm certainly glad to have you with us this evening.
Pleasure.
Here, let me take your coat.
Oh, thanks. Wow, this is really something. Yes, I like this place. It's unusual. It's got atmosphere.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. They only serve wine.
Suits me fine.
Yeah, try some of this.
Well, here's to our meeting.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good. Very good. Well, just look at all those barrels. What's in them?
Sherry, I think.
And port.
Caroline is the expert on wine.
Are you?
Oh, no. Not really.
Oh, come on, you're just being modest. Now, I bet you chose this wine.
Let me top you up.
Oh, thanks.
Caroline?
Yes. Are you staying in London long, Mr. Packer?
Mm-hmm. From now on, I plan to set up in the UK. My base will be right here in London.
You know it well, then?
No, this is my first trip. But I like most of what I've seen. Not all. You know something, Caroline? You don't mind if I call you Caroline?
No, of course not. Go ahead.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say this in front of Peter here, but... I like the prospect of doing business with Englishmen.
Some more wine.
Thanks.
Oh, there's not much left in the bottle.
Oh, here, let me get one.
No, this is my party. Hold on, I'll get one from the bar. It's quicker. Do the same again.
Oh, why not? Well, have you been with Peter long?
No, not very. About 6 months, actually.
6 months. You know, in my opinion, he's got a first-rate business sense.
Peter?
Well, you look surprised. But I tell you, I can sum people up pretty quick. In my business, I need to.
You mean you make a snap judgment?
Oh, I wouldn't call it that. The way I look at it is, my mind is a computer, and I use it for quick results.
And does it always work?
Always. I go on the first impression of someone. The very first, when the senses are alert. That data from the first meeting I program. And up comes the answer. And so far, I've never been wrong.
It all sounds rather frightening.
How come?
I mean, you must be feeding impressions of me into your computer at this very moment.
Certainly not.
Oh? Why not?
Oh, because this isn't our first meeting. I've seen you before. 3 times when I dropped in to see Peter at the office. First time was last Tuesday.
But you only saw me for a second then. You couldn't have formed much of an impression.
A second is long enough. Yeah, I saw you all right. Want me to prove it? Well, on Tuesday you were wearing a little red miniskirt with a tight black sweater, lacy stockings.
They were tights.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. And black patent slippers with cute little silver buckles.
Gosh, you really are observant.
Yeah, and that's just the superficial stuff, the data.
And what was the answer from the computer?
I don't think you have any need to worry.
Second bottle coming up.
Well, that's a good thing.
What's a good thing?
Well, we're surrounded by good things. Pleasant company, nice place, this wine. Peter, I'm enjoying myself. It's the way I like to do business.
Very nice of you to say so. By the way, I've got the information you wanted with me. We must have a look at the figures.
Oh, yes, we certainly must. Talking of information, can you tell me something?
Well, I'll try.
Where can I get some golf?
Well, there are plenty of good courses.
Do you play?
Yes, quite a bit at weekends.
Where?
The Mid-Sussex. It's near Horsham. Only take you about an hour from town.
And you like it there?
Oh, it tends to be crowded at weekends.
Well, I don't like to be pushed.
If you went down on a weekday, you'd find it much easier.
Yes, cheaper, too.
Well, how do I join a club like that?
Well, you needn't join. Just pay a green fee and see if it suits you.
Well, I certainly will. I'll make a note of that. Mid-Sussex, near Horsham.
Look, perhaps we could have a game together one day next week.
Yes, I'd like that. I say, Peter, the bartender is trying to attract your attention.
Is that the phone for us, Dina?
It's for Miss Hounslow Gardens.
That's my call. Sorry, excuse me.
It's all right. What's her name?
Onslow Gordon.
Onslow Gordon. Hey, that's pretty classy. I suppose it's kind of an old family.
Well, you could say so, yes.
What's her father do?
I don't think he actually does anything very much. Director of a brewery and a hotel group. He's got property interests somewhere along the line.
Do her parents live in London?
No, in Hampshire.
Where's that?
Oh, about 60 miles out of town, southwest.
And loaded, eh?
Plenty of money in the family.
And Caroline works as a secretary, but she doesn't have to.
Yes.
So, I reckon she enjoys her job. Well, you don't need to answer me that. Would I be right to put her age at 22?
23, I think.
How old are you, Peter?
29.
You're married.
Yes.
Kids?
No, not yet.
Does Caroline have an apartment of her own in London?
No. She shares it with a girlfriend.
I get it.
Look, your glass is empty.
Ah, so it is.
Oh, I spoke to a man after I saw you yesterday about finding an apartment for you. He's going to send me some details. Thinks he might be able to come up with something.
Yes, I'd appreciate that. The hotel is pretty comfortable, but I'd certainly like to get fixed up. I have 1 or 2 prospects myself, but if your friend can help, I'd be glad to hear of it.
Are you bringing your family?
No, I don't think Mrs. Packer is too keen to make the trip. Leastways, not for 6 months. We have a boy in school. He's 12. I just don't know how things will work out. There are problems. No, initially a small bachelor apartment would be the answer.
I'm sure that won't be too difficult.
Well, I hope not.
I've got the breakdown of the figures you asked for. Now, I know you'll find them pretty competitive, but if I can just show you where we have improved...
Not now, Peter, please. Don't rush me.
Oh, of course not. That's the last thing I want to do.
Tell me, tell me something.
Yes?
Caroline. Now, that girl interests me. She's got a lot to offer. She's been with you for 6 months.
Yes, about that.
She's your private secretary.
Yes, she is.
And does she do everything you ask her?
Most things.
Oh, come on. You know what I mean. Do you and she get in a bit of overtime occasionally? Well, do you? Yeah, I reckon that's my answer. Well, I'd say you can afford to look pretty smug.
Look, Mr. Packer, I don't want you to think that Caroline...
Relax, Peter, relax. I know what you're going to say. You're a married man. Well, so am I, for that matter. But I'm not blaming you. Why, I'd think you were losing out if you passed up an opportunity like that when it's around. I always take opportunities when I get them, that's for sure.
Mr. Packer, I don't want to rush you in any way. Don't think that. But do you mind if we just look at these figures?
What figures?
These figures you asked for.
Oh, those, yeah, sure. Peter, I have an additional requirement that's arisen since we discussed the position back in your office. If you're willing to help me out on that, then we could be home and dry.
What is it?
An additional clause. Not in the contract.
Not in the contract?
Right.
Oh. Well, I can't think that we've overlooked anything.
Well, the contract doesn't cover this particular interest, and in fact, I don't want it in the contract.
But I don't follow you. We've dealt with all eventualities.
No, we haven't. We certainly haven't. Oh, I agree the general terms are okay, but I need to make a sort of availability check, and we haven't got much time. If I can get assurance on that point, why, then we're in business.
Well, I'll do my best to meet you. What exactly do you want?
I want Caroline. And if you're prepared to let me have her, I'll sign. Now listen, Peter, here she comes. So get this straight. Without her, no deal. I'm making this a hard and fast condition. Otherwise, no contract. Hi. Hello there. Welcome back.
I'm afraid I've been rather a long time.
Yes, we've missed you.
I'm here now. Is there anything I can do?
Just give us the pleasure of your company. I can't think of anything nicer than that.
Terribly sweet of you. Do you think I could have some more wine? Peter, could I have some more wine?
Oh, sorry.
How's the bottle?
There's plenty left. Here, help yourself.
Thanks. This time next week, I shall be where this wine comes from.
Are you going to Germany?
I have business in Frankfurt and Munich. Do you know those parts?
Not really. I've been to Austria. Winter sports.
Well, I don't touch Austria on this trip, but I reckon I'll get around to it. Right now, it looks like I'll be seeing most countries in Europe.
Gosh, you are lucky. I do envy you.
They have to be business trips, of course, but I don't see why they can't be combined with a vacation. I'm, having my convertible shipped here from the States. Might be fun to use that to sort of get around. What do you think?
It's super. We motored in Italy last summer.
Oh, then I'd appreciate it if you'd give me some addresses, some places I should see, some hotels. I don't go along with these tourist brochures.
Yes, I'd love to. But you must see something of this country too, you know. Parts of it are jolly pretty.
I'll go wherever you say.
You might like to see the Cotswolds.
Is that where you come from?
Oh, no, miles away. Cross country, really.
How many miles?
I don't know. About 100.
I might be able to manage that. Back home, I have a summer place up in Maine, which we use at weekends. That would be nearer to 1,000 miles. I don't think the distance over here will be any great obstacle. But maybe you'll have to show me the way. I might get lost.
Then the Stratford-on-Avon, of course.
Of course.
You should see it. Daddy's got an hotel there.
That makes it a must.
Caroline,
Yes?
let me fill your glass.
I'm doing jolly well.
Good, but have some more anyway.
That bottle must be near dry. This time it's really mine. Let me get it.
No, there's still some left. We'll finish this one first. I've been thinking. We don't need to go over those breakdown figures, do we?
Why, no. We can take them as read.
Right. Now then, the contract.
Okay, the contract. Subject to the availability of the commodity I mentioned.
I can agree to make the commodity 100% available, but I can't offer any guarantee of delivery.
I take your point, Peter, but I'd like to have your personal assurance that you won't compete in that market.
You can have that assurance.
Right. I accept that.
Well, that's it then. Now, here's the contract. Caroline can witness your signature.
Hold on, let me find a pen.
No, wait a minute. I accept the contract in principle. But we've still to negotiate on your price.
But it's down in the contract. Clause 5.
But that's your asking price. Don't tell me you were expecting to settle at that. Now, that's not realistic. And I'll tell you my figure. I'll meet you less 20%.
I'm sorry, I can't accept that. I might have considered it, but you're getting an additional facility over and above the contract terms. That makes a difference.
20% is a sizable difference. Come on, Peter, make me an offer.
All right, I don't want to be unreasonable. I'll drop 5%.
Do you want me to take note of any of this?
No, it's not necessary.
You just sit there. We're doing fine.
Well, Mr. Packer?
95% of the asking price is too steep. Now, why can't we say 10?
No.
Split the difference.
Nope.
Then we haven't got a deal.
All right. I'm sorry we can't reach an agreement, but, well, there it is. Caroline, would you pass my briefcase, please?
Oh, right.
Mr. Packer, it's getting late. You will excuse me.
Now, hold it, Peter, hold it. Don't rush me. Oh, be reasonable. I've come down from 20 to 10, and you've only offered 5.
Yes, because that's a fair price for what you're asking.
But I'm taking the chances.
That's your calculated risk.
Oh, this boss of yours is a hard man, Carol.
You take your time.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have the other bottle anyway. On me. Oh, waiter.
Yes, sir.
Bring us another one of those, please. Is it the same?
Another bottle, sir. Okay, coming up. Sir, please.
Yes, well, I'll settle with you later.
All right, sir.
Now, listen, Peter, let me fill up your glasses.
Not for me, thanks. I'm all right.
Oh, come on now, Caroline. This is my bottle. You must have some with me. There. Peter, I'm trying to get across to you. You've got to see my position. I know the merchandise is available, but I don't know if it's obtainable.
That's entirely up to you.
Okay, so I'm pretty confident, but there's no guarantee. You know my risk on this. I might not get it, so naturally I can't pay too much over the odds for what is only a probability.
I'm sorry. 5% is as far as I'll go.
Don't tell me your people expect you to come back with 95% of that asking price. I know how these deals are set up. Your figure is a sort of sighting shot. I'm offering you 10%. The way things are, that's high.
The way things are, that's not high enough. 5.
You're unreasonable.
Look, do you mind awfully if I make another phone call?
Oh, you're not planning to rush off anyplace.
Oh, no, I won't be a moment.
Oh, fine. You come right back.
Could you possibly let me have some change for the phone?
Oh, sure, miss.
Oh, thanks.
There you are, miss, sir.
Thanks awfully.
Hello?
Sue?
Yes?
It's me, Caroline.
Oh,
Has anyone phoned?
only James. I gave him your message. Didn't he get you?
Yes, he did. He called me here about 10 minutes ago. He can't make it tonight, apparently. His mother's in town. He's got to go around and cope with the old move, or something.
Well, where are you?
I'm in a wine bar.
You sound a bit high.
No, honestly, I'm perfectly okay. We've only been here half an hour.
Who's we?
I came with Peter.
Which Peter?
Peter Stokes, from the office.
Oh, that one. I thought you didn't like him.
I don't particularly. It's a business thing. I'm getting overtime, actually.
Bully for you.
We're entertaining a client. He's rather sweet.
Go on.
He's an American and quite intelligent.
Age?
Oh, middleish, about 45. He's going to be living over here.
Married?
The subject hasn't come up. He looks it.
Oh, they're always the worst.
Honestly, this one's quite harmless. Rather pathetic, really. Wants me to tell him about hotels and things he should see.
Watch it.
I can take care of myself. You know me.
Well, what are you doing about food?
Oh, haven't thought.
Well, there isn't anything to eat here. Only eggs.
Nothing has been said, but we might easily go on somewhere. Peter's trying to get him to sign a contract, and he's not like to give up. They're at it now.
Well, it's up to you. But Christopher's coming round, so don't be back too early.
Don't worry.
I'll expect you when I see you then. Bye.
Bye, Sue.
Hi. Welcome back to the conference table. Sit down, sit down. Big news. Peter and I have reached agreement at last.
Congratulations.
Yes, we're prepared now to go ahead and actually sign this document. I'd say that calls for a drink.
Oh, no more for me, thanks. I really won't.
Oh, come on, just a sip. Come on. Now, here's to us.
Cheers.
I feel like we should celebrate. It's been lovely meeting you two nice people. Why don't we all go on somewhere? Well, why don't we consolidate? The night is still young.
I'm sorry, Mr. Packer, I can't this evening. I promised to be home early, and as it is, I ought to get back soon. You understand?
Oh, too bad. Yes, of course I understand, Peter. You won't change your mind?
Well, I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, I'm real sorry. I didn't want us to break up. Apart from anything else, after all this wine, I'm feeling kind of hungry. Look, Caroline, what would you say if I was to ask you to come and have a little dinner with me someplace? Somewhere nice. We might take in a club after. Well, if you felt like it. What do you say?
Mr. Packer, it's terribly sweet of you. I really don't know if I can.
Ah, come on.
They are rather expecting me to eat back at the flat.
Oh, I'm sure they won't mind. You've got to have pity on me. I'm a stranger in town. I don't know where to go. I might land up someplace where they gyp me. You must know the best place to eat. Somewhere a bit special.
There is the cookhouse door.
Is that good?
Well, it is the inn place.
You take me there. Would you do that?
All right. Thank you very much.
Ah, that's my girl. Well, okay then. We'll be on our way. Peter, it's been swell.
Hey, just a moment. You're forgetting something.
What's that?
We do have to sign the contract.
What about that? What about that? I come here to sign a contract and it goes completely out of my head.
Caroline, I want you to witness this alteration.
Oh, where do I sign?
Here, in clause 5, where I've written in the words 7.5%.
Ah.
Sign just there, will you?
Yep.
Right. Then again there, at the bottom. Fine. Thank you. Now.
May I borrow your pen, Caroline?
Oh, sure.
Well, here we go. Edward J. Packer.
And here, please.
Edward J. Packer.
Thank you.
Peter, it's all my pleasure.
I hope so.
Well, are you ready, Caroline?
Bye, Peter. See you.
Goodbye.
So long, Peter. I'll phone you tomorrow.
Okay, fine.
Oh, sir.
Yes, Dina?
Excuse me, sir. It's not paid for, this bottle.
Oh? Well, didn't my friend...
No, he's gone.
Oh, what the hell. Here you are. There, you can keep the change. Oh, and Dino, have a glass yourself.
Thank you very much, sir.
That's all right. It's not every day you sell something you don't want to someone who probably won't get it.
In A Table for Two and Three Chairs by Geoffrey and Rosemary Bellman, Peter was played by Martin Jarvis, Caroline by Yvonne Antrobus, and Packer by Edward Bishop, with Sean Arnold as Dino and Audrey Murray as Sue. The play was produced by Ray Miles.
This video was uploaded to the channel, Thinking Out Loud. Please like, comment and subscribe to the Thinking Out Loud channel. Thank you.